Hello YouTubers. So this video will be revisiting my Wheelock 34TS. It's actually a Wheelock 34T, but I added an S because it stands for the speaker. Those of you that don't know, didn't watch that older video I posted 3 years back, which I made, it's in the thing if you look. But some of you may be asking, why did I gut out a 34T? Well, it arrived broken. It didn't work, and I felt bad just throwing. I almost was about to throw this away, but I'm glad I didn't. So I ended up gutting it all out further, and I had this old compact computer speaker lying around, and it ended up fitting in here actually just perfect. So yeah, I stuck it in there. I kind of put a wood housing together real quick for it in the past, and then I put it up there on this piece of wood that you see in the middle of your screen here. And it was up for like maybe 6 months, maybe a year, and then I ended up removing it because, well, I upgraded to a total amplifier. Not this one you see here. It was actually my very first 70 volt amp, my very first total amp I should say. It was a BG60. Which I had to convert all of these, well, at least a few speakers I had at a time, to 70 volts. And this wasn't 70 volts. This was 8 ohms. Actually, well, this was on an 8 ohm tap, as well as some of the speakers that were in here in the past. So I ended up having to remove it, but also I was closing all. I used to have the top of this drop ceiling here, which by the way has been redone. I had this all open in the past, and I didn't really think too much of it until a year after. I decided I wanted to close this off, so that way it looks a little bit better and you don't have to see all the wires up there. So yeah, that's what happened with that. And I ended up putting this away in my pile of electronic scraps. So yeah, I got my bins of electronic scraps. And I dug it out today and decided, I should do something with this. And I started spray painting this. Remember, if those of you that watched the video, I spray painted this originally white, and I sanded all the red finish off because it was scratched. But I decided I wanted to paint it black, just because it looks cool. And I had this can of Krylon paint lying around from when I when I spray painted something for my sister. And by the way, she bought this paint, she didn't want it anymore, so she gave it to me. And this is crafter's choice right here. So I got some Krylon black paint with matte finish. And the matte finish kind of looks nice. Might not be, it's not completely dry up, but it should kind of dry up a little bit more. But also, and I already put 2 coats on this, and then I painted the speaker too just because I wanted to. Especially the front, so that way it looks all black on the inside like the older Wheelock mechanical alarms. But see, also on top of that, I'm going to add this Crafter's Choice clear acrylic that's also matte finish, to make the paint a little more durable than what was on this. Because the white paint I put on there, it started yellowing a little bit and it kind of chipped. But that was because it was just put away with a bunch of scraps for at least a good 2.5 years now. So yeah, I'm going to put that on there to make the finish more durable. So I will update you guys as I go with this. I'm not sure if I want to build a complete new housing for this, or if I'm going to put this in a regular double gang box. I have not test fitted this into a double gang electrical box, so I'll update you guys as I go with this project. Okay, YouTubers, it's the next day, and I finally got the clear coat put on, which makes this look really nice. Go sleek. That's clear coat. I actually put another coat of the black too, just to make it extra durable. And I finally got a box too, just an extra double gang deep box, because I went to Lowe's yesterday and I grabbed a couple of these since I was out. And this box should fit this with no problem with the driver on. That's why I got an extra deep box in than your regular typical shallow box. So yeah, this is the progress so far. And my next plan is, I got a thing of JB weld, and I'm gonna try to JB weld the speaker to the back of this. Matter of fact, I might have some in hook. Just gonna use the regular old JB weld here. Part 1 and part 2. You know, for the reaction to take place and for it to harden. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. And because I can't use these screw holes, these screw holes are just open. But this just fits perfect in the back, and it will not block these holes here. Even though I only need two out of the 4 holes, I'm just gonna put dummy screws in the other holes to make it look like an actual Wheelock 34T, but it's not. It's just a speaker. So I'm still kind of debating where I want to put this. I might put this in the closet in the other room, on the other side of the closet. So just to give this a purpose rather than just sitting back there doing nothing. Yeah, this will be another one-off speaker on the system. And the only transformers I have are 2-watt. I think I only have like maybe one 2-watt. It's a very old transformer. As a matter of fact, I think I got it in here. In this bucket in the back. I guess this is where I usually keep spare transformers of any type. So I got a flyback. Got this one here. This is my only transformer I have left. This is an antique transformer too, because this one came off of that Lowell speaker in the room. The bi-directional speaker. And I don't know if you can see on the screen or not, but this actually's got green windings. Only this camera would focus. Try to bounce it around a little bit so you can see. There we go. You can kind of see a hint of green. Yeah, it's got green windings. So see these little stakes on the top? This is the type of transformer you have to solder a wire to whatever tab you want. Yeah, that's how these old school transformers work. That's fine, I can solder it. So, yeah. That's my progress so far. Okay, so I got some JB weld already put on the sides here, so now it's just in the process of drying. And see, that's what I was showing you. The speaker fits perfectly in here. Looks much better too. So yeah, the next step after this is to finally put it up. Okay, YouTubers. So this is the final product. It is not mounted on the wall. That's planned. And the reason is because this transformer here, it works, but it's too low. So this was way too quiet for my liking. So for right now, I have this fed off of the 4 ohm terminal on this amp, because this amp has a 4 ohm terminal, or I should say a clips. And this speaker happens to be 4 ohms, so the impedance is correct. And I actually went ahead too, and I didn't screw it down all the way, but I screwed it to the box, to this double gang box, and actually it works. It fits just perfect. Not too bad. Mostly flush. That side sticks out a little bit. This side is pretty much flush. But, hey, it works. These 2 screws here, they're just dummy screws. I always stuck those in there to make it look like an actual 34T, except I painted it black. So I'll play some music. As a matter before I play music, test it. Let's do a page test. It actually sounds pretty good for a page test. Test check, 1, 2, 3. There's a lot of trouble, as you can hear. There's a lot of trouble. Not too much low, more highs. Because I guess it's the way this is designed. Because the sound comes out of these 4 corners here, like it would with the traditional mechanical horn, traditional Wheelock 34T would. Hello, test check, 1, 2, 3. This is the override. Bass is not too... If I turn the bass up way too much, the speaker's going to start smacking all over the place. Because it is a very flexible driver. And also, I'll blow the speaker over tone so we want. So, I have the bass kind of adjusted to the right position that the speaker likes it. Somewhere I won't harm the speaker, I should say. These are the original wires that I soldered onto this a long time ago. By the way, these are ballast wires. And then these two wires I cut off the ceiling fan recently. Since I install, sometimes I install quite a bit of ceiling fans. So yeah, here's music. Not too much bass. As you can hear, I'll put it's JB welded too. Let me jump. It's just that only. Of course, the side of the box, dude, has holes, but it's an electrical box. And this end will just mount to the wall. So yeah, this is the final product. I still don't know where I'm going to put it, but for the time being, I guess it'll just sit around like this, but except I will be very gentle with this because the paint needs time to, you know, fully harden. It's touchable now, but I'm sure if I scratch it with my fingernail or sharp object, the paint will easily just scrape right off. So it needs to fully cure. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the throwback of the 34TS, I like to call it. The new line of Wheelock products. This would actually not be a bad product to use if you want a mini speaker for your paging system. This would sound pretty good. But yeah, the new line of Wheelock products. Stay tuned for more.